We're requesting them to stop
the machine, eh?
Just give us the statement is here.
Okay.
Stop the machine. Majestic. The majestic steps.
No, it's one only. It's one.
Thank you very much. The statement which has been read is a representation of the facts as it happened yesterday. I am here to just emphasize 2 or 3 things. One is to thank the police officers who helped us get information. As you may have followed yesterday, most of you in the media and Kenyans, most of the, immediately Mr. Itumbi was abducted, the abductors used their agency in social media. Some are lawyers, some are professionals who pride themselves that they are journalists, and among others, to spread misinformation as to the whereabouts of Mr. Itumbi. As a result, the abductors got time to go around the city, different places, torturing Mr. Itumbi. Luckily, we have Kenyans in the police service who are still patriotic, who gave us information that even at the point in which they were telling us, we thought it was not true, but ended up being true. That one, Mr. Itumbi was not in any police station, and 2, that his life was in danger if Kenyans of goodwill were not going to make the necessary noise. Luckily also, the information leaked to the torture squad that there was already a hue and cry, but that's not even the only reason, that there are some people in the police service who are willing to reveal the identity of the police officers had they killed Mr. Itumbi. I speak with a lot of conviction because I lost an officer in my office 2 years ago who was abducted in the same manner during the day by the same type of police officers and was found killed within 24 hours. As a friend of Dennis Itumbi, I was in great fear last night. I was actually just praying that Dennis Itumbi be found. And because of those police officers who are willing to reveal the identity of their colleagues and who are willing to tell us what was going on, and we want to thank them profusely, and we are eternally grateful. And when time comes, those are the men and women of this country that we believe should be rewarded for good service, for still being good people, despite the fact that their seniors would like to misuse them. Number 2, I'd like to also thank Kenyans of goodwill in their numbers, both who support the Hustler Nation and those who are our political competitors, who on social media condemned what happened to Dennis Itumbi. I know for sure that a few of them were being used to sanitize what's happening, but many Kenyans on both sides of the political divide stood firm, and I've seen them, I've seen their statements, and they have said in one voice that torture, forced disappearance, all these kind of political machinations that are being used at the moment is not supposed to be happening in the Kenya of 21st century. And I want to thank Kenyans on both sides of the political divide. With the few who are still working with the hit squad and the team that is basically fighting people who have a different political opinion, this is the message I have for them. First, that it doesn't serve any good. Anything that was wrong yesterday is wrong today. I know a few friends who are a bit excited because they have got an opportunity to work with this administration, and they feel like they have forgotten what happened to Misando, Baby Pendo, they have forgotten what happened to Robert Ruko, and suddenly now they are the greatest cheerleaders for torture, for harassment, for political machinations that are taking place now. I want to tell them that please, they should come back to their senses and realize that whatever is wrong today is wrong tomorrow, was wrong yesterday, and we must build a country that is respecting rule of law. The third and final thing is that we want to tell the IG that he has the constitutional responsibility over the officers and the team that has been formed to torture political opponents of those who are currently pretending to be in power. And IG Mutyambai's term is coming to an end before even ours comes to an end, and which is before August next year. So I want to remind him that if he wants to have a good retirement, together with Matiang'i and Kibicho, and I want to tell Matiang'i and Kibicho, even the people you are trying to support to become president of Kenya, if they were to become the president of Kenya, they were the first ones to torture you. So just remember that you will be out of office in August 2022. It doesn't matter who wins the elections. And remember that if the same things you are doing is going to be applied on you, you will suffer more than Dennis Itumbi. And therefore, they must stop the hit squad because it's still existing, still there for intimidation. The last thing I want to say is that KRA Director General and the military for this country must not accept to come and play political games on people of Kenya, because Mr. Itumbi was being asked about some questions regarding an officer, as we've written in this statement, working with KRA, why he exposed the team that is working with KRA to punish people who support the DP William Ruto and the Hustler Nation and take them to court. These are things that we are saying, they are not good today, they were not good yesterday, they are not good tomorrow. And it's important for public officers to know, and for avoidance of doubt, I want to tell Mr. Fred Matiang'i, Mr. Kibicho, Mr. Mutyambai, Mr. Mushemi, yeah, and Mr. Kinoti, and all these other Kenyans who are being misused today, that when President Uhuru Kenyatta goes home on September 9, on August 9, 2022, you will be left alone to answer questions before competent court of law. The last thing is that we have agreed we are going to write to the Special Rapporteur of the United Nations on torture, on the situations, forced disappearance, torture, and political persecution that is going on in the country. And we believe that the international community must concern itself with what's happening in Kenya, because what is unjust here is unjust all over the world.